If you're self-employed and you want to buy a factory or an office for your business and you don't want to risk your home, you don't have the cash to do so, then using your superannuation to potentially use as a deposit in order to fund that purchase can be one of the most powerful strategies that you can access in this country to supercharge your business and build your wealth. Let me show you how. So this is a recent scenario that we did for a couple, both in their 40s, got a business, looking to upgrade the operations of their business by buying a factory. It's going to help them a lot. And they thought, hey, if we pull this money together, about $400,000, and we throw that into initially the cash account of the SMSF, this is a cash account under the name of the SMSF, then hey, what can we do for it? Can we take a deposit, put it down on the property? And the answer is yes. In this particular scenario, that about 400 grand. So we took $240,000, which was a 30% deposit on an $800,000 factory, and we used that as a deposit. They then had about $50,000 in stamp duty and purchase costs, and another $10,000 in setup costs, so loan fees, advice fees, legal fees, trust deeds, that sort of thing, and decided to leave about $20,000 in the cash account just for cash flow purposes, especially initially. And then actually after that, they had about $80,000 left over. So what we did with that, we put it in a custom ETF portfolio that of course in its own right is going to grow and provide a little bit of dividend and do well for them in the long run, but it's also going to provide that liquid investment asset so that if anything goes wrong within the fund or the business dries up a little bit and they can't afford to pay the rent into fund or put contributions into the fund, and things start to get into trouble, then they've got that $80,000 portfolio that they can sell down if they need to as a short-term cash flow solution. The way you do this though, it's not a regular loan. Like the SMSF is restricted from going out directly and borrowing. So we set up a custody trust that sits under the SMSF, and in tandem they sort of take out a loan in order to fund the rest of the price of the purchasing the property. Now the loan's actually in the name of the custody trust because it's got to be kept separately from the SMSF, as SMSFs technically aren't allowed to borrow. Both clients become members of the fund, and from an accounting perspective, they still have their own balances technically, but it's more of an accounting sort of exercise than it is, having the money separate because you're pooling it to buy the property. And both members have to be directors of the corporate trustee as well. So that's the most compliant way to do it. So yeah, that's how we did it. If you're interested, or if you know someone who might be, maybe share it with them or reach out to us if you're interested. And yeah, the numbers can be dialed up and down. It doesn't have to be 300,000. It can be a little bit less, a little bit more, but then the property can be a little bit less, a little bit more. But let me know what you think.